Adventures in New River Gorge, Sammy's Big Climb. Once upon a time, in the lush landscapes of the New River Gorge in West Virginia, a particularly adventurous squirrel named Sammy decided to undertake a remarkable journey. Unlike other squirrels who were content jumping from tree to tree, Sammy harbored a passion for climbing the towering rock faces that surrounded his woodland home. Sammy's story began on a bright, sunny morning when the forest was abuzz with the songs of birds and the rustle of leaves in the gentle breeze. Sammy woke up feeling more daring than ever. He scampered out of his cozy nest, located high in an old oak tree, and looked up at the imposing cliffs that stood like sentinels around the gorge. "I think today is the day I'll climb the tallest cliff," Sammy declared to himself with a twitch of his fluffy tail. He packed a small bundle of nuts for energy and set out toward the base of the great rock face known as Eagle's Crest. As Sammy approached Eagle's Crest, he met Bella the bluebird. "Where are you off to, Sammy?" chirped Bella, fluttering her bright blue wings. "I'm going to climb Eagle's Crest. I want to see the world from up high, where only the eagles dare to fly," Sammy replied, his eyes sparkling with excitement. "That sounds like a grand adventure. But be careful, the rocks can be tricky," Bella warned, perching on a nearby branch. "I will, Bella. Thank you," Sammy called back as he began his ascent. The climb was challenging. The rock was rugged and steep, and there were times when Sammy had to leap across small crevices or grasp onto tiny ledges with his little claws. But Sammy was determined and skilled. His agility and keen sense of balance helped him navigate the tricky parts. As Sammy climbed higher, he met various other creatures. There was Gerald the hawk, who soared overhead, watching Sammy with interest. "You're quite the climber, little squirrel," Gerald called down, his voice echoing against the rocks. "Thank you, Gerald. I've been practicing," Sammy replied, not pausing his ascent. Hours passed and Sammy continued to climb. He munched on a nut or two whenever he took a break on a particularly secure ledge. The view became more breathtaking with every inch he climbed. The forest spread out below him like a giant green carpet, and the river snaked through it like a shimmering ribbon. Finally, as the sun began to set, casting golden hues over the gorge, Sammy reached the top of Eagle's Crest. He stood there, his tiny chest heaving with pride, as he looked out over the vast landscape. It was more beautiful than he had imagined. The sun setting on the horizon painted the sky in shades of orange, pink, and purple. Sammy sat on the cliff for a long while, enjoying the view and feeling the cool breeze ruffle his fur. It was peaceful up here, away from the hustle and bustle of forest life. As the stars began to twinkle in the evening sky, Sammy finally decided it was time to head back down. The descent was easier than the climb up, and by the time Sammy reached the bottom, the moon was a silver crescent in the sky. He was tired but exhilarated by his adventure. As he made his way back to his nest, Bella the bluebird and Gerald the hawk, along with other forest friends, gathered to hear about his climb. Sammy told them all about the sights he'd seen from the top, the challenges he'd overcome, and the beauty of the sunset from above. His friends listened intently, their eyes wide with wonder. Sammy's adventure inspired them to think about their own adventures, maybe not climbing cliffs, but pursuing their own dreams, whatever they might be. And so Sammy the Squirrel became a little legend in the New River Gorge. His daring climb was talked about by all the forest creatures, and his story of adventure and courage was passed down through generations. Sammy always remembered that day as the day he touched the sky, and he knew that no dream was too big if you were brave enough to chase it. And with that, the stars above continued to shine brightly, as they always do, over the peaceful New River Gorge.